It was a Saturday morning, the kind romance tales write about. The kind where sunlight filters gently through the curtains and laughter dances softly between two hearts connected over a call. Ifeoluwa and Kelechi were in that moment. Nothing profound was said, yet everything was meaningful. They talked about the way a bird outside Ife's window kept trying to fly, but couldn't quite find its rhythm. They laughed about it like it was the most important event of the day. Then Kelechi chuckled and said, "I'm still wondering what I'll wear tomorrow to meet your parent." Ifeoluwa smiled warmly. "It's just lunch with my family, Kelechi. It's not that serious." "No," Kelechi replied, his tone mock serious. "I have to look responsible. I don't want my future in-laws thinking I can't take care of my daughter." She blushed, and before she could respond, he added, "And on the other hand, my mom, she can't wait to meet you. She's itching to see the girl who stole her son's heart." "Really?" Ifeoluwa said, flattered. "Don't worry," he assured her. "I'll ask your parent personally for permission to take you to see her." That Saturday rolled into Sunday. After church on Sunday, the dining table in the Adetunji's household was alive with voices and steaming plates of jollof rice, fried plantain, grilled chicken, and chilled zobo. Kelechi sat beside Ifeoluwa, trying not to overthink his cutlery use. Her father asked about his work, his values, and how many siblings he had. Her younger brother cracked juice. Her mother smiled often but observed everything. After the meal, as the table was cleared, Kelechi cleared his throat. "Sir, Ma," he began. "I know today was about lunch and fellowship, but I would like to formally let you know that I'm in a relationship with your daughter. I deeply respect her, and God willing, I would like to walk the journey of life with her." Her parent exchanged a glance. Her mother smiled and simply said, "Thank you for coming forward." Her father nodded. "We appreciate honesty and responsibility." Then Kelechi added, "With your permission, I would like to take her to meet my own family soon." "You have it," her father said. Just like that, everything became official. The air felt lighter. The clinic was abuzz with activity, but Ifeoluwa and Kelechi found moments to steal glances and exchange smiles as they passed each other. Walking with him was like a breath of fresh air. He would pass her a note scribbled with something silly. She would roll her eyes dramatically, and he would wink. During lunch break, they sat under the mango tree in the courtyard. "I need to tell you something," Kelechi said, his voice softer now. "I'm listening." "My dad is late. My mom raised me mostly alone, but she's not a Christian. I actually learned about God from my aunt, my dad's sister. She is the one who led me to Christ." Ifeoluwa reached out, taking his hand gently. "That explains a lot, and I'm glad she did." They flew into Anambra on Friday afternoon. Kelechi's mom lived in a well-known part of Oka, in a highbrow estate. The taxi ride was quiet. Kelechi seemed nervous, and Ifeoluwa, though excited, couldn't shake a strange feeling from her chest. As they entered the compound, Mama Kelechi came out in a beautifully wrapped George wrapper, arms open. "My son, welcome," she exclaimed, hugging him tightly. Then her eyes landed on Ifeoluwa. Her smile faltered for a moment. Ifeoluwa did not seem like an Igbo girl. "You must be Fortune." Ifeoluwa smiled politely. "Yes, ma. I'm surprised you know my second name." Mama Kelechi's brows rose. "So what's the first one?" There was a pause. Ife looked at Kelechi. "Ifeoluwa, ma," she said. Mama's face darkened. "You are Yoruba?" The joy drained from Ifeoluwa's face. Kelechi stood frozen, unable to speak. Mama called the maid to get drinks and then turned to Kelechi. "Kelechi, I want to speak with you. Now." And they both walked into a room next to the living room. "You lied to me. You said her name was Fortune and avoided telling me where she's from." "Mommy, please," Kelechi said, voice cracking. "I brought her here for your blessing. I love her. Return her to her people, Mama said firmly. She's Yoruba. You know I always wanted an Igbo daughter-in-law. Back in the living room, Ifeoluwa felt like she was being buried alive in shame, but she kept her composure. When she heard the argument escalating, she quietly booked a boat and a hotel room nearby. When Kelechi came out, she stood up, eyes wet. I'm leaving. To where? He asked. A hotel. Since I'm not welcome here. Ifeoluwa, Kelechi said, trying to apologize. You knew my name, Ifeoluwa said. But you hid it from your mother. What was this? Again? Were you just wasting my time? She dropped the engagement ring into his hand and walked out. Kelechi went straight to his aunt's house. She was the only one he could reason with, his mother. You should have been honest from the start, she told him. Now your job is to make sure that girl gets home safe, then make things right. Meanwhile, Ifeoluwa made her way back to her family house in Lagos, heartbroken. She just wanted to be alone for some days before returning home in Osun State. Her mother consoled her over the phone, reminding her of God's faithfulness. Back in Oka, Anambra, at a quiet corner of the family home, nestled in the obscure Udoka estate, Kelechi's aunt sat across from Kelechi's mom in the large, tastefully furnished living room. The air was thick with unspoken tension, but also a flicker of possibility. Kelechi's aunt began, her tone both firm and gentle. You are going to lose him. Kelechi's mom shifted in her seat. Lose who? Kelechi, your only son. And for what? Kelechi's aunt paused, eyes searching Kelechi's mom's. Culture, pride. He didn't raise him alone. You know that. God used me to sow seeds into that boy's heart to teach him about faith, and now he has found love with a woman who shares that faith and who loves him for who he is. Isn't that what every mother should want for a child? Kelechi's mom's lips tightened. I was just shocked. I thought he would bring home a proper Igbo girl. Kelechi's aunt nodded. I understand. But what you thought and what God has planned might be two different things. Ifeoluwa is respectful, graceful, and deeply rooted in Christ. She is not just Yoruba, she is a child of God. Kelechi's mom looked away, visibly, battling with her thoughts. I have spent so much of my life chasing success, image, approval. And yet, I feel so empty now. I'm pushing away my only son because of tribal difference. Kelechi's aunt leaned forward, voice soft but full of conviction. Maybe it's time to chase something eternal, something real. Peace, joy, salvation. You have seen what is done in Kelechi's life. She reached for her phone and opened her digital Bible. Let me show you something. Kelechi's mom's eyes followed the glowing screen as Kelechi's aunt read slowly, her voice calm but powerful. Galatians 3:28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither slave nor free. There is neither male nor female. For you are all one in Christ Jesus. God looks at the heart. Kelechi's aunt said, not the tribe or tongue. Jesus didn't come to save cultures. He came to save souls. A quiet tear slid down Kelechi's mom's cheek. I want that kind of peace. The kind I see in you and Kelechi. I am willing to make a change. I'm ready to start worshiping God like my son is. I don't want to be left out. A soft smile broke across Kelechi's aunt's face. That's the best life you could ever choose. Kelechi's mom sat off straight now, a new spark in her eyes. Kelechi has a copy of the Bible in his room. I will use it to check more of the scriptures. I just need to know how to find them. Kelechi's aunt beamed. I'll show you. Go and bring it. I'll teach you how to navigate it. It's time. Kelechi's mom rose with a newfound eagerness and disappeared into the hallway, a flicker of hope following through her steps. Before she left the room, she turned back and added, voice firm and full of resolution, let Kelechi marry for love. Culture will not be a barrier in this house again. By this same time, Kelechi had already made its way to Osun. Ifeoluwa had refused to answer his calls, but he didn't give up. Instead, he went straight to her parents' house, heart pounding with both nerves and hope. Standing humbly before them, he spoke with quiet sincerity. I know things haven't gone as we hoped. My mom is struggling to accept it, but I haven't lost faith. I'm praying. I believe that God will touch her heart and bring peace to this situation. He looked Mr. Adejotunde in the eyes. Sir, I came to ask for your blessing. I love your daughter and I truly believe God brought us together. I don't want to move forward without doing what's right. There was a long pause. Mr. Adejotunde exchanged a glance with his wife before stepping forward. His voice was calm, fatherly. Kelechi, I understand you and I see that you are serious and I respect that. Keep praying, keep walking in love and truth. In time, if it's God's will, everything will fall into place. Kelechi nodded slowly, grateful. Thank you, sir. You have our blessing, Mr. Adejotunde added. But remember, this is not just about marriage. It's about building something lasting, something God can bless. Keep your heart soft and trust His timing. Kelechi felt motivated by those words, relieving, washing over him. I will, sir. I won't stop praying. That evening, when Ifeoluwa returned home, our mother embraced her. They spoke quietly. Her mother told her all that had happened. Her heart was softening. The next morning, her phone rang. Ifeoluwa, it's Kelechi's mom. And during this conversation, Kelechi's mom said, I'm passing through Osun today. Can I take you to dinner? She agreed immediately. They met at Grace Garden Cafe and the conversation flowed. Mama apologized genuinely. You are everything that I could want for my son. I'm sorry I let culture blind me. And then the conversation continued. Kelechi's mom got to ask questions and share the new gems she had found from studying the Bible recently. Then as they were finishing their meal, Kelechi walked in with Ifeoluwa's parents, some church friends, and close colleagues. He knelt down, holding a ring, gave her a heartfelt speech of apology, and at the end said, will you marry me? Ifeoluwa, God's love, the one who reflects God's grace in my life. Tears in her eyes, she nodded, yes, and the room was filled with love, laughter, and merriment. The church bells rang as Ifeoluwa walked down the aisle, hand in hand with Kelechi. His mother wept in the front row, her heart now open to God. The aunt smiled knowingly. The congregation rejoiced. Love had crossed language, culture, and pride, and faith had built the bridge. Because in the end, Ifeoluwa, God's love, was more than enough.